Have you ever wondered why many Asian countries are vying to create an Asian NATO? This is a question that has been circulating in the realms of global politics, and it's no surprise why. To understand this, let's first delve into the concept of NATO. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, is an intergovernmental military alliance formed in the aftermath of the Second World War. Its primary purpose? To safeguard the freedom and security of its member countries through political and military means. Now imagine this concept being replicated in Asia, a region marked by its diverse cultures, complex politics, and rich history. The idea of an Asian NATO, a collective security arrangement akin to NATO but in the Asian context, is not new. It has been floating around for a while, but why now? Why are these nations considering such a move in the 21st century? Could it be due to the rising tensions and instability in the region? Asia, after all, is home to some of the world's fastest growing economies, but it's also a region where unresolved territorial disputes, nuclear threats, and power dynamics persist. Or perhaps this is a strategic move to counterbalance the growing influence of certain superpowers in the region. A collective security arrangement like an Asian NATO could indeed serve as a bulwark against any potential hegemonic ambitions. But let's not forget about sovereignty. Asian countries, much like any other, are driven by a desire to protect their own interests and maintain their autonomy. Could the establishment of an Asian NATO be seen as a move toward enhanced regional sovereignty? These are not merely rhetorical questions. They're significant inquiries that can shape the future of Asia and, by extension, the world. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll seek to unpack these questions and explore the potential implications of an Asian NATO. Could it be a measure for security or perhaps a move toward enhanced regional sovereignty? Stay tuned as we delve into the current political climate in Asia in the next segment. To understand the drive towards an Asian NATO, we must first examine the current political climate in Asia. Asia, the world's largest and most diverse continent, is home to a myriad of political systems, from the democratic structures of India and Japan to the autocratic regimes of North Korea and China. The political landscape is as varied as the cultures within it. This diversity, while enriching, can also breed complexity and conflict. Take, for instance, the key players in the region. China, with its growing economic might and assertive foreign policy, has been flexing its muscles in the South China Sea. This has led to territorial disputes with other nations like Vietnam, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Then there's India, a democratic giant grappling with its own internal challenges while also facing off with Pakistan over the long-standing issue of Kashmir. Japan, on the other hand, is caught in a balancing act. As a major economic power, it seeks to maintain good relations with its neighbors, while also dealing with historical tensions with China and South Korea. North Korea, with its unpredictable leadership and nuclear ambitions, remains a wild card in the mix. In Southeast Asia, countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore are navigating their own unique balancing acts between maintaining domestic stability and engaging in regional diplomacy. Meanwhile, tensions continue to simmer between Taiwan and China, with the former striving to maintain its independence in the face of increasing pressure from Beijing. Recent events have only added fuel to the fire. China's imposition of a national security law on Hong Kong, for instance, has sparked international condemnation and heightened fears of Beijing's growing influence. Meanwhile, the ongoing Rohingya crisis in Myanmar has underscored the challenges of humanitarian issues in the region. These escalating tensions, coupled with the diverse range of political systems, have led some to propose the formation of an Asian NATO. This hypothetical alliance would aim to foster cooperation and promote stability in the region. So, with these tensions simmering, could an Asian NATO be the solution? Now let's delve into why an Asian NATO could be beneficial for these countries. Imagine a strong, unified front that stands ready to face any threat that comes its way. That's one of the primary benefits an Asian NATO could offer. By banding together, these nations could collectively increase their security. They could pool their resources and share intelligence, making them more prepared to handle potential threats. This collective defense could act as a deterrent to any potential aggressor, promoting peace and stability in the region. Beyond security, an Asian NATO could also foster deeper cooperation between member countries in other areas. Shared resources don't just have to mean military assets. Imagine the possibilities if these nations were to pool their technological, economic, and human resources. They could drive innovation, boost their economies, and improve their standards of living. It's not just about protection, it's about progress too. But let's not forget the cultural aspect. An Asian NATO could strengthen the sense of regional identity among its members. The diverse cultures, traditions, and histories of Asia could be brought closer together, promoting mutual understanding and respect. This unity could serve as a bulwark against divisive forces, fostering a sense of belonging and shared destiny among the nations of Asia. Moreover, an Asian NATO could give its member countries a stronger voice on the global stage. Together they could negotiate more effectively, whether it's on trade deals, climate change agreements, or other international issues. Being part of a larger group can amplify their influence, helping them shape the global agenda in a way that aligns with their interests. As we look at these potential benefits, it's clear that an Asian NATO is about much more than just military cooperation. It's about building a stronger, more united Asia that can face the challenges of the 21st century with confidence. As we can see, an Asian NATO could potentially bring numerous benefits to its members. However, the formation of an Asian NATO is not without its challenges. Let's take a closer look at some of these potential roadblocks. First off, the diversity of political systems across Asia is a significant hurdle. Democracies, monarchies, communist states, and authoritarian regimes all coexist in this vast continent. The principles and values that underpin these systems often diverge, making it difficult to find common ground on which to base a unified defense pact. Historical disputes also pose a challenge. Territorial conflicts, such as those in the South China Sea, and long-standing rivalries like between India and Pakistan are just a few examples. These disputes have deep roots, and resolving them to the satisfaction of all parties involved is a complex task. Moreover, the influence of global superpowers cannot be overlooked. The United States, for instance, has a significant military presence in the region and established alliances with several Asian nations. China, on the other hand, is a rising power that views regional security through a different lens. The maneuvering of these superpowers can significantly impact the formation of an Asian NATO. Additionally, economic disparities among Asian nations can complicate matters. Wealthier nations might be expected to shoulder more of the financial burden, which could breed resentment. On the other hand, less affluent countries might feel their concerns are not adequately addressed. Lastly, the sheer size and diversity of the continent present logistical challenges. Coordinating defense strategies across such a vast area with varied terrain and infrastructure is no small feat. Yet despite these challenges, the desire for an Asian NATO remains strong. The potential benefits of mutual defense, increased regional stability, and a collective voice on the world stage are compelling. The road to an Asian NATO may be fraught with obstacles, but the journey, many believe, is worth the effort. Despite these challenges, the desire for an Asian NATO remains strong. As we look to the future, what could an Asian NATO mean for the region and the world at large? Imagine a future where an Asian NATO is a reality. This alliance could transform the geopolitical landscape, echoing far beyond the Asian continent. It's a prospect that's both fascinating and complex, with potential implications that could redefine global power dynamics. Firstly, let's consider the shifts in power balance. An Asian NATO could provide its member states with a collective security umbrella, amplifying their influence on the world stage. This newfound strength could lead to a more balanced distribution of power, challenging the long-standing dominance of traditional superpowers. Moreover, this alliance could have a profound impact on international relations. It could forge stronger bonds between member countries, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. This camaraderie could translate into a more unified voice in international forums, amplifying the region's ability to influence global policies and decisions. But it's not all smooth sailing. The formation of an Asian NATO could also stir tensions. Other nations, especially those outside the alliance, might view this as a threat, potentially leading to an escalation in arms races and military standoffs. It could also put strain on existing alliances and relationships as countries navigate the complexities of this new geopolitical reality. And then there's the question of internal dynamics. How would member states reconcile their national interests with the collective goals of the alliance? Could they work together effectively, despite their varied political systems, economic structures, and cultural backgrounds? The future of an Asian NATO is a tantalizing prospect, offering both opportunities and challenges. It opens up a world of possibilities while also presenting a myriad of questions. It's a puzzle that's yet to be pieced together, a story that's yet to be written. Only time will tell if an Asian NATO becomes a reality. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.